Welcome to these surprise new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday the 21st of February. We've got some mods that popped up. I don't know if we're going to get more mods later on. Potentially, who knows? But we've got these. This is I suppose an IMAK pack, really. All three of these are by IMAK and ML Studios. IMAK is a South American, Brazilian agricultural company established in 2013. So I've been around, what, 12 years now? Yeah, 12 years. So we've got three bits of equipment today. We're going to start off by looking at this. This is the IMAK RC2000. 3 slots, 1.8 meters wide. It is a mower. Brush cutter is referred to as, but as you can see, it mows. With a couple of different options with regard to the actual cutting blade. There's a blade or a flail, which is like a chain bit on it. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Then we've got second on the agenda, the IMAK DF2000. Fertilizer and lime spreader, 6.17 megabytes download, 4 slots, 2.7. 27 meter spread width. Now, this one I have a contentious issue with. Now, I'm assuming this is the real world application, but it's interesting. It gets ported over and it can cause confusion. It says the IMAK fertilizer and seed distributor has mechanical and hydraulic drive versions. It offers growers precise and effective seed and fertilizer management. So I thought, we haven't had a seed spreader rather than a seeder yet, I don't think. So I thought I'll have a look because, if we've got a fertilizer version and a seed version, 27 meter spread width for seed, that's pretty cool. There's not one. I couldn't find one. It does fertilizer and lime, not seeding, which is a curiosity. So if you've read that as well and thought, I wonder, unfortunately, I'm here to say no. We'll have a double check, but just to prove the point. And then finally, over the back there, we've got the IMAK. I'm saying IMAK. Is it IMAK? I'm saying IMAK. Grain trailer CG 28500, 16.93 megabytes download, 7 slots with the 28,500 litre grain tank capacity. I went for the Kubotas because it just followed the whole orangey grey theme, the aesthetic of the whole thing. So let's have a look. If we go to our mowers, just there it is. £5,000 is what it will cost you for that mower. 80 horsepower required, as I said, 1.8 meters. So blade underneath, and you just about see there's a bar just to the left of that rear wheel. There's a little bar. If I change that to design 2, that changes. You see those links change? If I remember, I'll zoom in. So it's flail or a bar, so a cutter. Then we've got hitch design 1, and I went for design 2, which is an offset, which sets the mower, especially if you've got a small tractor, off to the side, which means you can actually see the edge of the mower if you look out to your right. So it helps for doing edging and stuff like that, I would imagine. So that's the first one. We come out of there and then we go to, there we go, our fertilizer spreaders. There's where you'll find the IMAK DF2000, 13 grand for this. As I said, 27 meter spread width. Now it'll run at 11 miles an hour. No options. It comes just as it is. No capacity options, nothing to change it. Like I said, it shows their lime and fertilizer, which I've put one of each again just to see whether the lime spreads at the same width as the fertilizer. It probably will, but it doesn't hurt to test. So I came out and thought, okay, well, you know what I should probably do then? Let's go into seeders, have a look. It's not one under seeders. Go into planters, not one under planters either. I had to because of what the description said. I just wanted to make absolutely certain. So there we go. Fertilizer and lime spreader, not a seed distributor, I guess is the best way of referring to it. And then finally, it says, finally, we go to our trailer section. Auger wagons next door, just there, for 35 grand, 160 horsepower required to operate it. We've got the option of Lizard, which has that tyre choice. Trelleborg, which has couple of choices. It just changes the tread pattern. Rice tyres, we got standard 2. Then these one, I went for these because it had the white lettering. I just thought it was very cool. Standard and standard 2. I think it just changes the direction of the tread. Then back to Lizard. Then we've got design, no and yes. Now the only thing I could see that changed was this, where the ladder is, the right sort of leg of that cross support, just underneath that leg, if we change that, it puts a little tank underneath there. Now, I don't know if that's a water tank or a hydraulic tank or what that might be, but it adds that tank on. Those are our choices for our different implementos. So, let's jump in this, start it up. I'm going to raise it up so you can see. So I went for the flail, I think. Did I go for the flail? Pretty sure I did. Can we see underneath there? Yeah, you can just see the... well, it's not hanging sort of free. You can see I've gone for the offset version. Once it's down, away we go. Then it mows to 1.8 metres, which you kind of expect and hope for. Now it does mow, if we go this way, in both directions. So if you want to put it on the front, you can. It's entirely up to you, front or rear, I guess. Whatever suits your needs, requirements, and potential proclivities. So there we go. That's the IMAK RC2000 mower. So next then, I've got lime in this one. We've got fertiliser in this one. We'll see how they spread. That one is with the ladder up. So when you open the tank or open cover, whilst there's not actually a cover on it, it puts the step down. So if you were filling it up by hand, that kind of thing, there's a step. Or for just looking inside for clumps and bits and bobs that might get stuck in there. Now, we'll go into our main vehicle. Now, I did this before on one of the other mod reviews for stuff like this. You could potentially, or can potentially, if they run at the same width, if they don't run at the same width, you could run them both at the same time if you wanted to. So you could turn on one and turn on the other. One would be flinging out to the front, one would be flinging out behind. I'm going to put them both on just because. And top left it shows 27 metre. We can change that spread width. Let's switch to the back one, and it should say, and I'll show you the operation of the animation on that. So if we open cover, there we go, there's our ladder, folds up and down. Change work width is, here we go, so 27, 20, 16, 10, back to 27 again. So let's do our fertilising first. Go to a bit where we can actually see where we're going and see the edge of it. I want to see the edge of it because I want to see if the fertilising, the liming is the same spread width. So if we back up, hopefully, along the same line, I'm going to keep it on the front. I could switch it over to the back, but we'll keep it on the front. Let's switch to the front, turn that on. Yep, there we go. So, same spread width. If I go back to the back one and turn that on, so we can lime and fertilise at the same time if you want to. But as is usually the case, you will get through your lime a lot quicker than you will get through your fertiliser. So just be aware of that if you are going to do something daft like what I just done. Like I've said before, don't do what I do, I'm an idiot. Or do what I do, it's up to you. You might watch and think, oh, that's cool, I like the look of that. And then these can be lowered down before you drop them off and then disconnect. There you go. Very cool indeed. So that's your lime and fertiliser spreader. That's the IMAK DF2000. And then we move on to the grain cart. Just here, like I said, I love those. I love the white lettering. It just adds a certain something to it. The ladder does fold down. This back bit here does fold down. It's not a big step up there, but anyway, it does fold down. We have lighting stalks on the back there. Cover opens and closes. Pipe goes up and down. We'll have a look at that. Oh, we've already had a look in here, haven't we? Of course we have. I've already done that bit. I'm ahead of myself today. So, indicators. Both sides. Lights on there as well. If we go R1 and right stick side to side. There you go, that does the ladder. Which actually goes down into the ground. I suppose because of the ground deformation, because of the weight of this, we've sunk into the ground a bit. With the tyres sat level on the ground, that would sit almost perfectly on the ground. Cover open. I've got rice in this. It takes all sorts of stuff, which is very cool. Pipe out. But once the pipe is out, there is no option for adjusting the pipe. It's fixed in place like that. But for selling, overloading, whatever you might want to do with it, putting it into a silo, I'll just overload it onto the floor. I guess that makes most sense. I just love the the white tyres. Just something to look at, isn't it? So if we unload here, there we go. Nice smooth animation on the unload. Not a bad speed either for the unload. There you go. Nice little set of mods. A little bit unexpected. And like I say, are we going to get mods later on again today? I honestly can't say for certain. If there are, I will jump on them as I do, depending on how late they are, how many there are, will depend on when the mod review comes up. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.